Why do we need a youth build in South County?
Because there's no jobs and there's no activities for youth to do, and there's nothing to help them reach higher goals. And I see it as only parties, drugs, and alcohol around here. That's all I do on the weekends. There's no theaters, malls, nothing for us to do here.
How could YouthBuild help the community with the gang violence that's happening in South County?
YouthBuild could put a stop to it by helping the so-called gangsters get an education to get their diploma and to be able to go to college, and for them to care that they could get their diploma, and so they're just not worrying about what's just good for the hood, what's good for themselves, or what's good for their future.
What are you going to do after you graduate?
After I graduate, I want to go to Central Coast College for pharmacy technician, and I want to do that for 9 months and then get a job and be a pharmacy technician, working in a pharmacy and giving medication to people.
How were you treated at YouthBuild?
YouthBuild, I was treated pretty good. Not pretty good, very good. And I liked YouthBuild, you know. Sometimes I had problems. I know I had problems with attitude and all that stuff, but it all changed, you know. Communication changes everything, you know. YouthBuild really is a good program, and all I gotta say is my teachers were awesome.
One more question. What's the difference between your old school, like where you went to Greenfield High School, and John Muir Charter School, and your education where you finished your diploma?
Well, Greenfield High School, what is a good school, I'm not going to say was, because it is, but a lot of the times I had problems with teachers, and I would act up, you know, give them attitude, and I would get kicked out, and most of the time I didn't want to be in class. I didn't like school. I was always on drugs, and, you know, teachers they were like, oh, I don't care, it's not my life, it's their life, so they would just kick us out of class, okay, whatever. And YouthBuild, I mean, you're high, they see that you're drinking alcohol or whatever, I mean, they try to help you. They'll take you to AA classes, they'll P-test you, and not only because they want to do that and be bad, but because they want to keep you clean and, you know, to get a job, make money, and, you know, stuff like that. YouthBuild helps you out a lot.
Okay, thank you. What is the difference between your old school and YouthBuild school?
In my high school, the teachers didn't really focus on one student because, you know, there's so many other kids. But with here, and maybe it's because there's only 20 students to one teacher, but the teacher is able to focus on each student's disability if they have one, or if they need help on one thing, the teacher is able to take the time to help them out instead of just teaching one basic thing to everybody.
Why do we need a youth build program in South County?
We need a youth build so the youth have something to do instead of just being on the street or going to parties, causing trouble kind of thing. But it gives them something to do, something positive, like self-esteem, confidence. It gives them a positive outlook on their life.
How could YouthBuild help the community?
It could help the community by getting the youth involved with so much that goes on in the city. A lot of the students I've seen, and also myself, we don't know what's going on in our town. We don't know. We used to go to a lot of city meetings when I was here, and it's a big help. We could see what's going on, what new things are going to be introduced, or what's getting taken out, and we get really involved with what's going on in our town.
Was it hard for you to find a school to get your GED or diploma?
Yes, very hard. Well, for being my age, I found out that in any other school I wouldn't be able to get a high school diploma, just a GED. So I would rather have a high school diploma than GED. But yeah, it was pretty hard. YouthBuild was pretty much my last resort. So I'm really glad they took me back.
How has YouthBuild affected your life?
It's affected my life, you know. pretty good. It's, you know, I've had some bad times here, some good times here, you know, but it's all experience, and, you know, I'm actually trying to better myself and, you know, just trying to get things done. Now I'm taking this, you know, this program seriously.
Why is it important to get your high school diploma?
I think it's very important to get your high school diploma because every job that I've known, you wouldn't be able to get a job without your high school diploma. So that's one of the main reasons, and another reason is you pretty much can't do anything without one. You know, you can't go to college, you can't do anything. So I think it's very important to get your high school diploma.
Do you think this program is good to continue?
Yes.
Why?
Well, I know a lot of people that have graduated from here, and I know they have told me because of the program, they wouldn't, like, if it wasn't for the program, they would have never even gotten their diplomas. And now because of the program and how much they really put an effort into it, they got their diplomas, and now some of them have jobs.
Why is it so hard for you to find a school that will take you to get your education?
Well, I've tried looking, I really have, and it seems like I always keep coming back over here because this school works with the individual and their personalities, and a lot of people see this school as something that's not good, but when you really come into the school, these people really do help you with things that they don't even need to help you with, and they go all the way just to help you, just to make sure that you'll get your diploma, just to make sure that you're doing the work, just to make sure that everything's gonna be fine for you, for the person.